My name is Dashalini, so I am the first presenter. Today I will present about the background of the Malay rulers. The history of the Malay rulers dates back to the Malacca Sultanate during the 5th century. It began with the Malacca Sultanate, which was established in the 13th century and became a center for trade, attracting Arab, Indian, and Chinese traders. Constitutionally, traditional Malay rulers are responsible for 9 of the Malaysian states, usually known as the Malay countries. Majorly born Malay male Muslims are, according to late constitution, able to qualify only the throne. The hereditary monarchies based on the genetic primogeniture are the Kedah, Kelantan, Johor, Perlis, Pahang, Selangor, and Terengganu. In Para, the throne rotates among 3 branches of the royal family loosely based on the genetic seniority. One state Nagari Assembly is an elective monarchy. The ruler is elected from male members of the royal family by hereditary chiefs. All rulers use the Sultan title except for Perlis and Nagari Sembilan. Moreover, the Raja ruler is known as the Perlis ruler, while the young Dipertua Agung is known as 9 rulers. The young Dipertua Agung, also known as the supreme head of the Federation Paramount ruler or unofficially King of Malaysia, is the constitutional monarch and head of state of Malaysia. The United Kingdom was formed in 1957 when the Federation of Malaysia gained the independence. The Conference of Governors elected the Yang di-Pertua Agong, which is exchanged the factor to between the 9 leaders of Malay states, making it one of the few elective monarchies in the world. The 16th and recent Yang di-Pertuan Agong, succeeded by Sultan Muhammad V of Kelantan, who taking full on January 6, 2019, is Sultan Abdullah of Pahang. It took office commitments on 24 January and sworn into office in Istana Negara. He was voted in special meeting of Conference of Governments on 31 January, which is National Place of Malay. The full name of the Holy Majesty is Hal Sultan Abdullah Riyatuddin Hal Mustafa Billah Shah Ibni Hal Mahum Sultan Haji Hamad Shah Hal Mustafa in Billah. Furthermore, the young Dipertuan Agong is the head of his own state, the 4 states without rules, which is Penang, Malacca, Sabah, Sarawak, and the federal theorities. Is also commander-in-chief of the Malaysian Armed Forces. Is syllabic rules, including carrying out diplomatic functions such as receiving foreign diplomats. The Conference of Rulers elective the young Dipertuan Agong every 5 years or when a vacancy occurs. The conference other role is to give concerned adherence to the federal constitution. It has a unique role discussing issues relating to rulers, privileges, and religious observations. Thank you.
Hi, I'm the next presenter. My name is Mishali Nair. I'm going to present about the roles and the function about Malay rulers. The Conference of Rulers, which consists of the 9 rulers and the 4 young Dipertua Negris, is a unique aspect of Malaysia's constitutional monarchy. Monarchs' power have been limited over time. However, the precise limits of their authority are still debated. The federal head of state is the Yang di-Pertuan Agong, who serves as the commander-in-chief of the Malaysian Armed Force and performs diplomatic duties such as greeting foreign ambassadors and representing Malaysia on state visits. Malaysian monarchs gathered at the National Palace, where they were likely discussing the choice of the country's new Prime Minister. The extraordinary meeting was headed by King Al Sultan Abdullah Riyatuddin Al Mustafa Bilasha, when Mr. Muhyiddin Yassin and his cabinet quit on Monday, Malaysia was thrown into political turmoil. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Izati. So for next part, I will be explaining about the roles and functions of the Conference of Rulers. Before I started explaining about the roles and functions, let me just briefly explain about the definition of conference rulers. So based on my research, I have come to know that conference of rulers from the word of conference is constitutional body which comprises of the rulers and Yang di-Pertuan Agong Negeri. Not only that, I also have to come to know that the other word or names of conference of rulers is Durbar, or they also is known as Majlis Raja-Raja in Malay. And the Conference of Rulers is the only institution in the world of its kind and is established by Article 38 of the Malaysian Constitution. So now I will be moving on on the roles and functions of Conference of Rulers. So the first and foremost function of Conference of Rulers is actually to elect and remove the Yang di-Pertuan Agong and his every 5 years of whenever the position is vacant or void. This position either be vacant or void either through the resignation or through removal from the office. And second roles and functions of Conference of Rulers is actually to decide on the extension on any religious observances or ceremonies to the country as the whole. And then the last but not least of the roles and functions of the Conference of Rulers is actually to give with whole consent, which is through their way to rights of the matters such as first through the matters of constitutional amendments relating to the matters of Article 159 bracket 6. Secondly is through the matters such as through the laws affecting privilege position owners or dignities the rulers. Thirdly is the matters regarding the laws amending Article 152, which is the Malay language, or the Article 153, which is the special positions of Bumi-Putra. And the fourth matters is actually the alterations to state boundaries. And the last but not least is actually that they are responsibility towards the matters such as the certain appointment such as the members of the Public Service Commission, Election Commission, and the explanation above is actually about what are the crucial roles and functions of Conference of Rulers in Malaysia itself. Okay, that's all. I will pass to next presenter.
Hello everyone, my name is Nisha. So today I'm going to explain the last part on this documentary video, which is about the roles and the functions of the Yang di-Pertuan Agong. The monarch and the Malaysian head of state is Yang di-Pertuan Agong. Under the constitution, his proclamation and role are defined. So Yang di-Pertuan Agong Showen is the actual state of Malaysia. He is being elected by the Conference of Rulers through the process of rotation from the rulers of nine Malay states. As a constitutional monarch, he is required to exercise his executive power in the advice of cabinet. And the monarch power are basically divided into two broad categories, in which first of all the power that is exercised on the advice of the prime minister, a minister, the cabinet, and the conference of the rulers or some other officers or institutions. Secondly is the power that he exercised on the discretion, in which without the consent of any other authority. Roles and the functions of Yang di-Pertuan Agong is firstly is the Yang di-Pertuan Agong may also call a conference of the rulers concerned with the Royal Highness. Although whereas the roles and functions of the Yang di-Pertuan Agong are firstly is to call of a conference to the rulers concerned exclusively with the Royal Highness with right status, honor and dignities. Continue with the contribute in the appointment of an attorney, journal and judges based on their recommendation from the Prime Minister. And therefore, on the advice of the Prime Minister, Yang di-Pertuan Agong also has her considerable influence in appointing an attorney general and judges. Although he also has authority to grant amnesty or postpone sentencing for any offences tried in the military court, as well as crimes committed in the federal territories of Kuala Lumpur, Labuan and Putrajaya, in addition to being the head of Islam in the 4 states of rule, appointed governors, the three federal territories and his own state. The Yang di-Pertuan Agong is the most commander in chief of the armed forces too.